keep holding you down, even though you're not around, so hard to get over it. I've tried to get under it, stuck in between. It is what it is, what it is. Bye bye for now. I'll keep holding you down. You do for me. You did what it is.
Till it ain't, things will never be the same. Never be the same again. Everything's so strange. It ain't a game no more. We were just getting lifted. Yesterday. Now we're just reminiscing. Oh, yesterday. Keep my head above water. My eyes getting bigger, the world getting smaller. I've been getting richer, only made me crazy. Mama said I'm different since I was a baby.
My emotions, give me a sip of that potion. No, my heart is not broken, but I feel like it's open. Please somebody do surgery, tell the doctor come work with me. I keep looking at my soul, praying only God knows. And I've been working 9 to 9. Yeah, but they talk about it. But you know it's all fine. But who can say that I would be the man of your dreams? I will do all that I can and be all I can be.
I pretty much said my face. I need my face to be clear.
Okay, so your face over any moves that you have.
Probably my shooting motion, and my jumping ability.
If you were gonna select a perfect My Team, with you included, you had to pick 4 other players, past or present. Who are you picking?
Curry at the point guard, shooting guard Michael Jordan, small forward me, Tim Duncan at the power forward, and center Hakeem Olajuwon.
A lot of people don't select Tim Duncan. I think for how
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up. All the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need the energy all the way up. All the way up, all the way up. I need the energy all the way up. Come from the bottom, now I'm blowing up. I need
Thank you, Kevin.
They've got great chemistry, David, just like you and I do. Thanks for that report. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. We've got Lou Dort, and it's Beasley in at the 4 spot. And for the Clippers, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Should be a very tactical game tonight. Both teams, Greg, relying on execution in the half court.
And that requires ball movement, player movement. You can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work.
Here's George, and it's blocked. Passes to Roby. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. It's George on the wing. Here's Jackson. Outside, George. 5 on the clock. Outside, Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Kawhi Leonard very comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy is so good even without a dribble.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And it's good for 2.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Here's Baisley. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And the pass to Zubac. And George, here we go. Yep, that one goes.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to George. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Zubac.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Jackson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Jackson misses. Thunder trailing by 3. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. The layup missed. Defended by Dort, and the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Zubac, and it's Batum in for Marcus Morris. Here's Giddey, defended by George. Dort wide open. He nails it, and we're tied up. Dort's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, Covington. Jackson in the corner. Pocket 6. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Dort passes to Roby. Here's Mann, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
That's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
So for the Clippers, Hartenstein's checked in for Leonard. Norman Powell comes in for George. George. Man subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Thunder also changing it up. Wiggins is checked in for Favors. Okashevsky's come in for Dort. And it's Kenrich Williams in for Roby. Batum, good.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Bounce pass from Williams. Giddey. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Passes it to Man. Batum against Williams. There's the pass to Man. Bangs home the trifecta.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
Thunder trailing by 4. Man passes to Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Wiggins from outside. Batum grabs the miss.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Outside, Covington. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
To the inside, picked off in midair. Now here's Powell, guarded closely. Outside, Covington. Man passes to Batum. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Powell.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
Here's Giddey. Defended by Covington. Out left to the wing. Man. The Thunder with another miss. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
And what passing we've seen from this group already, too. They could put up a big number in the assist column by the end of this one.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. Los Angeles leading by 6. Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Wiggins, and it's Man in the point.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Good on the bucket.
This guy's got tremendous length for his position, so at 6'6", Gilgeous-Alexander confident attacking in the paint.
Now here's Powell. No good with the layup.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Batum. Pass to Coffey. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Wiggins with the bounce pass. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Kennard in for Powell. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. That one goes. Count it.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Kennard up top, covered by Wiggins. Fires for 3. Coffey can't get it to go. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 4-point game.
Woo-hoo-hoo. The burst of speed from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Put it on the deck, get to the cup.
Here's Mann. 5 points in the game. And Coffey gets it to go.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Coming into last season, the Thunder had posted a winning record every year for more than a decade. But when they decided to rebuild, they went all in and promoted their G League coach, Mark. Dagnall to head coach. He said adversity tests the connection of the team, tests everything, and shows you who you are. Guys?
Good way to start. Thanks, D.A.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
When I think of Ivica Zubac, I think about solid big man who is still young and developing. It's really a matter of him gaining confidence in this one.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first free throw is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Doris, when you think of players that can turn it on for the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard certainly one of them.
I think Kawhi, because of his history as an NBA champion, understands how different the playoffs are. There's a different level of physicality, a different level of pressure, and you have to be able to rise and meet that moment. And boy, Kawhi has.
Pass to Giddey. Outside, Dort passes it to Giddey. They get it again. Clippers leading by 5. And there's the pass to Zubac. Outside for George. And it's blocked. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Roby. Robinson Earl scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Here's Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough moves.
Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard kicks to Zubac. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
and it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Jackson drives in. It's good. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Dort passes to Roby. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And George gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Derek Favors checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Giddey the pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. Dort attacking. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Lu Dort has made a name for himself on defense. He is a superstar stopper, but he's earned it with his play.
Baisley's checked in for the Thunder.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Mann passes to Batum. Kicks it to Covington. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Robert Covington doing work in the mid-range there.
Here's Giddey. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They've got a 3-point lead. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to get the start of a real break because of the way they performed.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead. The team leaders, George and Leonard, on the wing.